What's up, everyone? In this video, I have 3 strategies to help you come up with content ideas, and also to kind of give yourself some reassurance. Is your current content strategy good? Is it working, or does it suck? Real quick, why should you listen to anything that I have to say? I've been consistently putting out content on the internet for over a decade now. All collectively, I have about 150,000 plus followers on my social media account. So I'm just sharing with you guys shit that's working for me, and hopefully it can work for you as well. All right, so strategy number 1, the best friend strategy. What the fuck is the best friend strategy? Well, I'm glad that you asked. Let's say you asked your best friend, okay, you know me, we go back, we spend a lot of time together, you know a lot of things about me. So best friend, when you look at my social media profile, do you feel like it does a good job of representing me? Remember, you know me, how do you think it is? One example could be maybe your best friend, he thinks and knows that you're a sweet, genuine person, but maybe on your social media you come across as an asshole. There's a disconnect there. So that would be something that would draw your attention and something that you should work on. Maybe you're really funny and your best friend likes you a lot in real life because you're such a funny, cool person, but your social media content doesn't do you justice with just how funny you are and just how cool you are. Now you gotta incorporate more your humor, your sense of humor, and how cool you are. Also, if it's really your best friend, they should have your best interest and not just be a yes man. Maybe there's some uncomfortable conversations that you guys should have, kind of things that maybe you're doing some cringe shit and they've been wanting to tell you about it, but you haven't presented them the opportunity to give you that feedback. There's so much value in getting feedback from other people around you, especially the people that have your best interests at heart. So be a student, have an open mindset, and seek feedback from people that you value their opinions. And if it's your best friend, you should value their opinion. Make it easy as possible. Say, hey, I'm trying to go on social media. I'm taking this serious. What do you see that I'm doing that I should improve on? What are things that you see that I should work on? What are things that you think I should do more of? What's missing in my content? I think that'll help you guys out a lot. Let's get into strategy number 2. All right, so strategy number 2, make sure you stay to the end because strategy number 3 is the best one by far out of all these. Okay, strategy number 2 is the superfan strategy. What's the superfan strategy? A lot of people, we do some cool shit every day. And since it's us, hopefully you're a humble person. You don't want to come across as, have a big ego and think that your shit don't stink. But we almost do that in a way where it hurts us, where we feel like no one cares about things that we want to share or things that we want to offer. And in reality, like I was saying, you're probably doing some cool shit already that you're just not documenting and putting out there. So ask yourself, if you had a super fan out there, and think like a super fan. If you're a super fan of a person and maybe this person is only sharing one piece of them on the internet, the super fan is going to be super curious and nosy, and they're going to want to know so much more about you that you're not sharing. They're going to want to know more personality stuff. They're going to want to know more history on you, things that you're interested in. I'll use myself as an example. A compliment that I get is when I meet people for the first time, they feel like they've known me forever. And it's because I feel like I do a good job of capturing, I guess, my personality with the content. It's more raw, it's more authentic. And so a compliment would be, they feel like they've known me for a long time. They spend a lot of time with me, and it's from, we've never spent a minute together in reality, but they've spent hours hanging out with me through watching the content on the internet. So there's different things and interests of mine that when I meet up with people, like one of the things is I love Cinnabons, right? Anytime I go to a place and I see a Cinnabon, I'm gonna get a Cinnabon. And I have some super fan, remember the super fan strategy, when they get to consuming my content, if they're a super fan, they're gonna know, oh, one thing about Crackalack is he loves Cinnabon. One thing about Crackalack is he loves caffeine and drinking energy drinks. Yeah, just think when you're trying to come up with ideas, put yourself in the mind of your super fan. What are all the different things if you were the most interesting person in the world, because you are in the eyes of a super fan, and share all of that. I think the more that you share through your content, the more opportunities you give people out there to find different pieces of you that they can resonate with. And then they're like, yo, I like this. But if you only chose to share maybe a couple pieces of the puzzle of you, then there's only a couple opportunities and things and interest out there for them to grab onto and be drawn to. The more that you share, the more opportunities you give to attract your tribe, build your audience, build your following. Okay, so last but not least, strategy number 3, the funnel strategy. This one, you're gonna get a little deep and you're gonna ask yourself, Okay, so imagine you're at your funeral. And hopefully this is many years from now, and you're at your funeral and you're watching everyone there. What are things that you would want them to say about you? What type of person? What are some of the accomplishments that you want to have had by the time it is your funeral? Okay, so now you have the end product in mind. So this is kind of like when you build Legos and you look at the box and you can see what the finished vision that you're building looks like. And so you look at the finished version and then you go back, putting the pieces together to build it. So the same thing with starting with the end is you're at your funeral, you're reflecting on your life, all the cool shit that you've done, all the things that you plan on accomplishing. And so now you gotta remind yourself where you currently are. And now you have a long list of things that you would have to start doing between now and your funeral that align with who you want to be known for. So myself, for example, one of the things would be, I want to be remembered as, a family man, a good father, a good husband. So part of my content strategy, I'm going to sprinkle in some family stuff. Another thing is I want to be a published author. So that means I'm going to write books. So between now and then, I'm going to read a lot of books so I can get smarter. And then as I learn new shit, I document it. And then that's part of my content strategy, sharing it. It shouldn't be out of nowhere. I drop a book and people are like, wait, he dropped a book? That doesn't align with him. It's like, no, that aligns perfectly with him because he's been making content like this, this, and this for all these years. Duh, it makes sense that he's going to drop a book. Another thing is that I want to be known as a successful podcaster. So I have to start filming lots of podcast episodes for a very long time. And then that's part of my content strategy, podcasting. I want to make a big impact and share a lot of the different things that I've learned in my career through content, with YouTube being my free mentorship. So there's a lot of educational content that has to come out. And another question to ask yourself is, if God forbid something happened to you today, and today was your funeral, would you be proud and satisfied with the amount of content that'll be out there on the internet? Or would you feel like, fuck, give me a few more years and I got to get way more content out there? And the beautiful thing is the content lives on forever. Get a little deep with yourself. Start with the end. Reverse engineer. What are different things that you have to do between now and then to get there? What type of content is required for you to do that? And what type of content would align with what you want to be known for? An example would be, if one of the things you want to be known for is a very giving person, well, maybe part of your content is giving advice, giving game, giving back. Hopefully this video helped. For, I don't know how long I'm going to be doing it, but as of right now, for a limited time, I'm going to offer a limited amount of social media audits. So what a social media audit is, it's basically me checking out your social media profile, ideally on one platform, maybe your Instagram, maybe your YouTube channel, and just giving you my real, raw, honest opinion and feedback on what are things that I see that you're doing well, what are things that I'd like to see you do more of, what are things that if I was you, I would work on. If you're interested, you can comment the word audit below and I'll send you a link, or there'll be a link in the description there. Also, ask me questions in the comments below that I can answer in future videos. Subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Crackle TV. We out.